Welcome back to Weekend Sunrise. Now we're going to have a quick look at the remarkable rise of what's called the sharing economy, which is businesses like Airbnb, Airtasker, Uber, which you all know very well. But there are, of course, many others out there allowing people to make decent knicker on the side.
Now, this week is Global Sharing Week, so to tell us more, we're joined by Spacer.com.au CEO Mike Rosenbaum and self-confessed sharing economy junkie Chris Cooper. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Look, it seemed we didn't really have a sharing economy, and now there is just billions that is going through our economy. It's going up by 68% every year. Why? Why sort of all of a sudden?
So the sharing economy is literally doubling every year. And it's really grown off a very low base with early adopters like millennials and tech nerds like myself. Right. And now it's really coming into the mainstream. And I guess that's why we're here today to talk about Global Sharing Week and how Aussies can either make some extra income using the sharing economy, tapping into these underutilised assets that they have all around us, or they can save money utilising other people's assets and services. And
that's what Spacer is. So your driveway, your attic, your
garage.
This is what you mean about things that are just sitting around with sort of minimal impact.
Absolutely. You can earn hundreds of dollars a month, sometimes a week. There are great services out there like Mad Paws, where if you love pets, if someone goes on a holiday, you can look after their dog for them, earn a few $100 a week, walking their dog for them, and that sort of thing.
Fantastic. Or look after someone's grandma. when you go...
Is that on there?
Is that on there?
Has he just made that up?
Well,
that's not a thing.
Well, it might be.
It will be a thing.
It will be a thing. And Chris, you know about it.
Yes. What sort of platforms are you using? And do you use one as a consumer or a provider or both?
Well, both, actually, yeah. I mean, I just started out on the basics, Airbnb and Uber, but just started getting into it. I couldn't believe how many platforms there are, so I made it a personal mission to sort of sign up to quite a number of them.
Well, talk us through what you're on now.
Well, Workaway and HelpX are platforms that allow workers to come in and assist you, sort of like on farms, but in a domestic environment.
Yeah.
So when I do Airbnb, I've got the young man's been with me for about 4 months,
yes.
and sort of helps out. So it's
he's like your PA, valet, etc. Whatever you want him to do. Yes. He's an urban woofer who lives in your spare room and does all your jobs for you.
That's right. Now I've got a electric car and I rent that out through a sharing platform called EV, which is they allow Tesla owners and other to rent their vehicles out. So yeah, he's been able to deliver the car there, and sometimes he'll use that and he'll do Airtasker jobs. Now Airtasker is another one. They allow, if someone wants their flat cleaned, and people just come.
Yeah, we've had Airtasker on the show. Yeah, they're great.
I mean, Chris, the extent to which you're doing this is just enormous, and you have your son every second week. He's 11, apparently. He loves this because you never know when you've rented your house out what food people are going to leave in the fridge, and meeting all sorts of interesting people. But how time-consuming is it to just manage all of this and all these platforms you're on?
It's very doable. It sounds exhausting, but it's actually not that difficult. I mean, you do a bit of washing. I mean, a lot of the concerns that people have, say on the Airbnb front, I won't be there to hand the keys over, I work, or it's not really that difficult. You leave a key under the rock and so on. And if you use the sharing economy to assist you in sort of getting other people to help you working in this sort of stuff, it's it works very well.
Now, Mike, there's been a lot of public discussion about, for example, the tax, or rather the tax-free implications of being a provider in the sharing economy. Do you think it's becoming more ingrained into the mainstream economy, and what steps are being taken in those directions?
So like any income, if you have a job, you declare it and you pay your tax. So if you use the sharing economy and you're earning some extra income, you just need to declare that on your annual tax return. But of course, I'm not a tax advisor. Speak to your accountant, but it just makes sense.
Are there other benefits apart from monetary benefits? I mean, you get to meet people from all over the world, presumably.
Absolutely, you get to meet other people in your local community.
Yes.
And a lot of providers on Space and other platforms like ours tell us that they feel like they're providing a bit of a community service.
I remember the meal sharing thing we had a few weeks ago.
You can
people
cook for
spare
people.
meals.
And I imagine it's a bit like, it's not necessarily about the journey, but if you made good time. So this is like, I'm making money, and it's, look, out of nothing, I'm doing nothing. Like the enjoyment that would come by that.
From people. It's like getting a gold star in school. You get positive reviews, had a great night, had a great stay in your house.
Yeah, good stuff.
So 3 more 5-star reviews, you get yourself a Lion badge.
Lovely to have you in. Thanks so much. We'll put all the details on our website.